get started. We're waiting.
Good evening and welcome. At this time, I'll call to order Muskogee Creek National Council Planning Session, September 21st, 2021. Time is 6:30 p.m. At this time, I'd like to ask Representative Anna Marshall if she would do the invocation, please.
Thank you. Let us pray. Creator God, we just come to you this evening and we just ask that you continue to lead and guide us as we go forward this evening, and that you will just continue to pour out your blessings upon us, and that you will just continue to bless this nation and bless its citizens, and that we can move forward in a positive and nurturing way, and that we can also lift each other up for support and for encouragement. And we just ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Representative Marshall. Before we move further, I'd like to make an announcement or ask that you please place your electronic devices on mute when you are not speaking, please. Next item on the agenda is roll call. National Council Secretary Alicia Strobel.
Speaker Randall Hicks.
Present.
Mary Crawford.
Present.
Joyce Deere.
Present.
Patrick Freeman.
Here.
Joseph Hicks.
Here.
Robert Huft.
Present.
James Jennings.
Here.
Adam Jones.
Here.
William Lowe.
Here.
Anna Marshall.
Present.
Charles McHenry.
Here.
Thomasene Yahola Osborne.
Present.
Darrell Proctor.
Here.
Mark Randolph.
Present.
Travis Scott.
Here.
Lucian Tiger.
Present.
Lucian. Speaker, you have 16 present, 0 absent.
16 present, 0 absent, constitutes a quorum. All business conducted will be official. Speakers report for the month of September 2021. September 1st, attended the special impeachment hearing. September 2nd, special impeachment hearing. September 3rd, master plan update. September the 8th, special impeachment hearing, golf suite update meeting with Chief Hill. September 9th, National Council Zoom meeting concerning Judge Lee's court decision. September 14th, special impeachment meeting, Health Department update with Secretary of Health Cabinet member Sean Terry. September 15th, Health Education and Welfare Committee meeting. September 16th, meeting with Chief Hill and Attorney General Roger Wiley concerning confidential documents. September 16th, that evening, Business, Finance, and Justice Committee meeting. September 19th, attended the grand opening ceremony for the First American Museum. September 20th, Fact Finding Committee meeting. September 21st, Health Education, Welfare, Land, Natural Resources, and Cultural Preservation joint meeting, and then planning session tonight. Speakers report. Next item is second speaker's report. Second speaker Proctor.
Thank you, Speaker. For the month of September, I attended the special impeachment hearings, committee meetings. Had the committee meetings also for HEW, BF&J, and we didn't have any LNC meetings for this month. No legislation submitted, and also fact finding and tonight's meetings. Thank you.
Thank you, second speaker. Down to ex officio reports. Gaming Operations Authority Board, Representative Patrick Freeman Jr.
Widow Speaker. The GOAB met on September 1st and on September 8th, and those were both executive session. meetings. GOIB met also on September 15th, discussed their casualty insurance package renewal, their Okema generator and switchgear proposals, and their 2022 benefit plan renewal. The GOAB will be conducting a special meeting on Tuesday, October 12th, 6 o'clock at River Spirit to discuss the new gaming LLC legislation coming in up in October. And that meeting starts at 6 and dinner will be served at River Spirit. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Representative Patrick Freeman. College Muskogee Nation, Representative James Jennings.
Thank you, Speaker. The Regents of the College of Muskogee Nation met on Monday, September the 13th. Their natural resources and cultural arts building is completed. And for their exhibit hall and lecture hall building, they're still 30 days out on the final design and RFQ for construction. Also had an election of new officers for the Board of Regents. Mike Flood is still the chair. Dr. Dean Hughes is vice chair. Andy Ramirez is new secretary. And then going back to the RFQ for the construction, the GMP will be around the 1st of February would be completed. Also current enrollment for the fall 2021, have a total of 225 students enrolled, 23 in criminal justice, 11 in gaming, 80 in general studies, 27 in Muskogee language certificate, 11 in American studies, 16 in natural resources. There's some that doesn't have a degree yet, so there's 25 there and 32 in tribal resources. I'd also like to report out that Dr. Monty Randler was selected for the Aspen New President's Fellowship Program. It's a program that supports community colleges, and this being a new, Dr. Randall being a new president, that's why he was chosen. So there was 25 chosen nationwide, and he's the only one from Oklahoma, and he's one from the tribal college. So congratulations to Dr. Randall. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Representative Jennings. Muskogee Loan Fund, Representative Adam Jones III.
Thank you, Speaker. Muskogee Loan Fund is meeting today, is their meeting date. Their actual plan to move to the old tax commission office. The demos had been started, plan to move in and possibly get the other lease office for meetings and move in by mid-October. They've also got $200,000 in lending for ag lending, and up to they're waiting on some other grants for up to $1 million for lending. That's what I have right now, Speaker. Also, Speaker, I would like to make a motion that we expel Representative Scott due to Article 6, Section 4B. The Muskogee Creek National Count can judge of the returns and qualifications of its members, determine the rules and proceedings, penalize its members for disorderly behavior with concurrence of 2/3 National Council, and expel a member from the meeting. That's my motion, Speaker. And Speaker, is due to the pending removal process.
Okay, Mr. Fletcher.
Yes, sir, Speaker.
The only question I have is, can we do this at this time? The motion?
Well, I believe so. Generally speaking, during a planning session, there can be motions made. For example, on adding things to agendas, stuff like that. So I don't think it's inappropriate to make a motion.
So his motion could be made at this time.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Representative Jones,
Yes, sir.
can you repeat that, sir?
Make a motion to expel Representative Scott from this meeting at this time due to Article 6, Section 4B of the Constitution. And it says, Muskogee Creek National Council shall judge of the returns and qualifications of its members, determine the rules of its proceedings, penalize its members for disorderly behavior with the 2/3 of the National Council, all a member from its meeting. And it's due to the process of being removed.
640.
Okay, motion has been made by Representative Jones to expel Mr. Representative Travis Scott at this time due to Article 6, 4B. Okay, now it's seconded by Patrick.
Yes.
Discussion. Any discussion?
Speaker. This is Mark Randolph.
Go ahead, Representative Randolph.
Is Mr. Wiley on the line? Could we hear from Mr. Wiley?
Mr. Wiley. Yes, he's on the line. Mr. Wiley,
Yes, I'm on the line.
did you hear the motion and Mr. Fletcher's response?
Yeah, I generally agree with Mr. Fletcher's response. I just want a clarification. Is this just motion for this meeting alone?
This meeting alone, meeting to meeting. Attorney
Okay.
General.
I agree there's authority to do that.
Thank you, Mr. Wiley. Representative Randolph?
Mr. Wiley, is it in violation of the Constitution? I mean, is he innocent until proven guilty, or?
Well, I think it's authorized by the Constitution according to the motion, Article 6, Section 7. Isn't that what you quoted, Mr. Jones? Article 6, Section 7? Yeah, so I think the motion is actually supported by the Constitution. And he is entitled to innocence until proven guilty, but this is dismissal from a meeting, not removal from office.
Representative Randolph?
Thank you, Speaker.
Representative Jones, just for clarification, that's Article 6, 4B or 7?
I read Section 4B.
Okay, all right, that's what your motion was. Thank you, sir. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Adam Jones.
Yes.
William Lowe,
Yes.
Anna Marshall,
Yes.
Charles McHenry,
Yes.
Thomasene Yahola Osb,
No.
Darrell Proctor,
Yes.
Mark Randolph,
No.
Travis Scott,
Abstain.
Lucian Tiger,
Yes.
Mary Crawford,
Yes.
Joyce Deere,
Yes.
Patrick Freeman,
Yes.
Joseph Hicks,
Yes.
Robert Huft,
No.
James Jennings.
Yes.
Speaker, you have 11 in favor, 3 against, and 1 to abstain.
11 in favor, 3 against, 1 to abstain. That motion is approved. Okay, Representative Jones, was you finished with your report? Representative Jones?
Yes, finished my report. Thank you, Speaker.
Okay, thank you. Next, we have One Fire Holding Company, LLC, Representative Robert Hub.
Yes, Speaker. Excuse me. Earlier in the month, the board voted to terminate Mr. Robert Iverman's from his position with the One Fire Board. And in turn, they gave him a 3-month severance. And also they're going to close down the pavement company. His wife, Nancy, Robert's wife, Nancy, was going to stay on until it closed down, but I believe she's decided that she didn't want to stay on any longer. So I think Debbie is trying to close it down. There was some jobs on the board yet. I'm not sure what they're going to do with those additional jobs. And they're also going to try to sell the equipment. And they did reach out to the Federal Roads to see if they wanted any of the equipment. And Federal Roads said they would think about it and let them know if they wanted to purchase anything. The next meeting is the 29th at September. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Hub. Muskogee Nation Business Enterprise, Representative Patrick Freeman Jr.
Speaker, I have no report for MMB this week, this month. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Representative Freeman. Okay, next on the agenda is committee reports and announcements. Health, Education, and Welfare, Chairman Lucian Tiger III.
Thank you, Speaker. Health, Education, and Welfare Committee met by teleconference September 15th at 2 o'clock. TR 21-126, TR 21-127, NCA 21-101, NCA 21-102, NCA 21-103 came out of committee with a due pass. Health, Education, and Welfare had a joint meeting with Land, Natural Resources, and Cultural Preservation prior to planning this evening. TR 21-130, TR 21-131 came out of committee with a due pass. I'd like to request that those be added to the regular session agenda. We have no items for consideration. Our next scheduled meeting date will be October 13th at 2 p.m. by teleconference. We have no other announcements. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman Tiger. Land, Natural Resources, and Cultural Preservation, Chairman Mark Randolph.
Hello, Speaker. We have no items for consideration. Our next scheduled committee date is Tuesday, October 12th at 6:30. And we have no announcements. Hello.
Thank you, Chairman Randolph. Business, Finance, and Justice, Chairman William Lowe.
Hello, Speaker. BF&J met on September 16, 2021 at 6:30 p.m. via teleconference. The following items came out of committee with the due pass. NCR 21-010, TR 21-128, NCA 21-099, NCA 21-100, NCA 21-104. We have no other items for consideration. Our next scheduled committee date is October 21 at 6:30 p.m. via teleconference, and we have no announcement, Speaker.
Representative Lowe.
Oh, okay. I see the joint
Yes,
with
sir.
the Land, Natural Resource, and Cultural Preservation. Following item came out with the due pass, TR 21-129. My apologies, Speaker.
That's fine. Thank you, Representative Lowe. That concludes the order of business. The next item on the agenda is other business. Is there any other business?
Speaker Lucian.
Representative Tiger.
Thank you, Speaker. I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules of procedures at section 116F to pull TR 21-132 and NCA 21-105 from committee to be placed on the agenda and meet as a committee as a whole.
Second, AJ.
Motion has been made by Representative Tiger to suspend the rules of procedures at section 116F and pull TR 21-132 and NCA 21-105 from committee to be placed on the agenda and meet as a committee as a whole. That was seconded by Representative Jones. Any discussion? Any discussion? Hearing none, this will require a 2/3 vote of the National Council President. Roll call vote, please.
Lucian Tiger,
Yes.
Mary Crawford,
Yes.
Joyce Deer,
Yes.
Patrick Freeman,
Yes.
Joseph Hicks,
Yes.
Robert Huft,
Yes.
James Jennings,
Yes.
Adam Jones,
Yes.
William Lowe,
Yes.
Anna Marshall,
Yes.
Charles McHenry,
Yes.
Thomasene Yahola Osborne,
No.
Daryl Proctor,
Yes.
Mark Randolph.
Yes.
Speaker, you have 13 in favor, 1 against.
13 in favor, 1 against. We are now in committee as a whole to address NCA 21-105 and TR 21-132. TR 21-132. A tribal resolution of the Muskogee Creek Nation removing all members of the One Fire Holding Company LLC Board of Directors. Sponsor is William Lowe.
Speaker, I'll make a motion for due pass.
Second.
Motion has been made by Representative Lowe, do pass, seconded by Representative Jones. Discussion. Any discussion?
Speaker, Robert Huff.
Go ahead, Representative Huff.
Yeah, is Chief Hill on? If he is, I'd like to have his opinion about this, please.
Chief Hill, are you online? Maybe in Oklahoma City, Mr. Huff.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any other person for the executive branch that would like to discuss this or know any information? Any other discussion?
Speaker, this is Thomasene.
Go ahead, Representative Yahola Osb.
I just want to ensure that this is something that we can do as a legislative branch. Is this an executive branch function? And I guess, Mr. Fletcher, if you could answer that, please.
Yes, certainly. So the One Fire operating agreement was adopted by the National Council and has been amended from time to time. And specifically in 2014, there was a provision added to section 5.1A of the operating agreement. Just indicates that the board of directors and that any board member shall be subject to removal by tribal resolution. And that section was specifically put in there. Prior to that, it would have been a Title 31 civil officer situation. But with the addition of that last sentence that I mentioned, tribal resolutions are only considered and approved by the National Council. So in fact, I think to address your question, it's actually the opposite. If they are going to be removed, I'm not clear that the executive branch could do that. The authority appears to rest solely with the National Council.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Representative Yahola Osborne.
Speaker, Adam Jones.
Go ahead, Representative Jones.
Thank you, Speaker. I just want everybody to realize is that we gave Chief opportunity as courtesy to speak with him the other day, and he wanted to visit with the board. And then the board apparently fires Robert Everman and gives him severance pay of almost $40,000. As also the board hired Robert's wife, which is a true conflict of interest, to do business under the board. So I do not have faith in this board. There's some members on that board I do like and I respect, but at the same time, I think we need to go in a different direction. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Representative Jones.
Speaker Willow,
Go ahead, Representative Lowe.
Madam Speaker. you know, I've been on the council a short time and in my entirety on the council, the 1 year, 9 months is serving as a BF&J chairman. You know, I see little to no growth in this company. And, you know, with all the discrepancies and mismanagement that Representative Jones has mentioned, you know, I also agree. I mean, it is time to go in a different direction. But, Speaker.
Thank you, Representative Lowe. Representative Jennings.
Thank you, Speaker. I would like to hear Mr. Wiley's comments on this.
Well, I do believe that the National Council has the authority to remove board members of the one fire by tribal resolution for the reasons mentioned by Mr. Fletcher. And actually, the chief would have to sign a TR. This is not an NCR, it's actually a TR, so the chief would have to sign that as well. And then, of course, veto rules would apply if he does not sign or he vetoes. As far as the operation of the business goes, I'm not privy to that. Any comments I make really, you know, I don't feel like I'm qualified to make comments about one fire and what they've done. I know that you, especially the ex officio, would be a lot closer to the business than I am, but I do know that what you're doing tonight is authorized by the operating agreement.
Thank you, sir. I know there was questions in the past about how some of the boards were dissolved, and I was just going to make that clear. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Representative Jennings. Thank you, Mr. Wiley. Any other discussion, council?
I have a question. I mean, I have a statement to make, Mr. Speaker.
Go ahead, Representative.
Yeah, I guess this few years back, when we first started One Fire, I think we had a vision of going out and making money. I mean, of course, and, buying businesses that we can employ our tribal citizens for, and somehow it got astray. I'm not sure under which, direction of the board, but I'm sorry, it's 2 member boards passed. And all we're doing now at this point in time is making loans to people, and we're not a bank, if we do that, we go under Muskogee law. So, I'm in favor that we do need to change the direction of One Fire board. We also keep in mind that, Chief has mentioned that we wanted to put these 2 boards together at some point in time too. So thank you.
Thank you, Representative. Any other discussion?
Speaker, this is Thomasene.
Go ahead, Representative Yahola Osb.
I just want to make a comment. I certainly agree the reasons why we are doing it. I just wanted to ensure that we were doing it the right way. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Yahola Osb. Any other comments or discussion?
Call for vote, Speaker.
Call for vote has been made. Requires a majority vote. Roll call vote, please.
William Lowe,
Yes.
Anna Marshall,
Yes.
Charles McHenry,
Yes.
Thomasene Yahola Osborne,
Yes.
Daryl Proctor,
Yes.
Mark Randolph,
Yes.
Lucian Tiger,
Yes.
Mary Crawford,
Yes.
Joyce Deere,
Yes.
Patrick Freeman,
Yes.
Joseph Hicks,
Yes.
Robert Huft,
Yes.
James Jennings,
Yes.
Adam Jones.
Yes.
Speaker have 14 in favor, 0 against.
14 in favor, 0 against. That motion passes. NCA 21-105. A law of the Muskogee Creek Nation temporarily transferring duties of the One Fire Holding Company LLC Board to Secretary of the Nation of Commerce. Sponsors Lucian Tiger III.
Speaker, make a motion for due pass.
Representative Tiger made a motion to pass NCA 21-105. Seconded by Representative Hicks. Discussion. Any discussion?
Speaker.
Thank you, Speaker.
Robert Huff.
Just a minute, Representative Tiger. Let's see it first. Representative Tiger, go ahead, and then we'll come back to you, Representative Huff.
Thank you, Speaker. As spoken earlier, when we met with the elected officials met with the executive branch. It's been almost 3 weeks ago. There was discussion about moving One Fire towards either MMBE or under the Secretary of the Nation. And I believe at the end of the discussion, Ms. Rivas, Chief of Staff, stated that there would not be an issue putting this underneath the Secretary of the Nation. And if it was to be a burden, she would make sure they added an employee to assist Ms. Branson Thomas with this. And also with Ms. Branson Thomas, she is a former One Fire board member, so she does have the knowledge and know-how of how this functions. You know, we also have tax credits. There are several business, I believe, that we still have through One Fire that Ms. Thomas could definitely oversee, and that gives the date in here. I put in here was end of March in 2021, or excuse me, end of March 2022. So that way, that gives the nation plenty of time if they do decide they want to put this under MMBE, gives them plenty of time to put a plan in place. And that, thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Representative Tiger. Representative Hub.
Yes, comment I want to make is that, you know, I have confidence in Tara Branson doing this because she was on the board before, like Representative Tiger said. My question is, do we have the authority to assign a work duty to one of Chief's staff under his direction?
Sure. Mr. Fletcher, Mr. Wiley.
Yes, Speaker, this is Zeke. Yeah, I do believe the National Council can authorize this. This is an NCA, effectively a change in the law. If the National Council enacts this law, then it'll be the executive branch's duty to execute that law, simply put. But I'll defer to the Attorney General as well.
Thank you, thank you, Attorney Fletcher. A.G. Wiley.
Yes, I think that it sounds like there's an agreement. Secretary, Ms. Rivas had stated that she would provide employees to assist Ms. Thomas if was necessary. So it sounds like they've worked it out. I think the council has the authority to do this. And, as far as employees go, it sounds like there's an agreement on that. So I don't think this is really an issue.
Thank you, A.G. Wiley. Representative Hub.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other discussion?
Speaker,
Representative Jones.
I do have a question, a comment. So I believe on GOAB the other night that the chair of this board also was the actual go-between on the insurance contract. Is that not right, Representative Freeman? Scott McCoy?
I think he has a proposed insurance plan that is up before the GOAB currently.
So to that question, to that answer, AG, could you enlighten the council on if that's a conflict of interest as he sits on the board as a chair? And I know we just done away, but I want that to be cleared up.
Well, on its face, it is a conflict of interest. Whether it's removable, I sent an opinion back in April about that, and I sent another copy last week to the speaker. He could distribute that. I recommended that the law be amended to make it clear that these board members are subject to removal, or what the process would be. Now, in this case, as we said, they can be removed by TR. But whether that type of activity is a removable offense, they'd have to be qualified as an officer, and since they're not, then I was recommending some changes in the law.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Representative Jones. Any other discussion? Speaker.
Mr. Representative.
Hang on, Representative Freeman. Representative Jennings.
Speaker, just following up on some of the comments that Mr. Jones made. On the day that we discussed One Fire with the chief and the council, Mr. Scott McCoy made a quote, and he says, I have a real job to do. And so, you know, if he's too busy to be on the board, I mean, we can find someone else. But that's just a comment that he made that day, and I wanted to let everyone know that. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Jennings. Representative Freeman.
Thank you, Speaker. Yeah, I'm glad that Mr. Jennings spoke to this. You know, these committees are very cumbersome. They're antiquated. These are our business. These are our monies that are supposed to supplant whatever monies we do create. And I think we really need to. I don't think the MMBE is the answer. I just think we need to really dive into a business approach, business model that we kind of that really can produce some results. I think we really have zero results from any of these committees, and I think I'd like to see a fresh start and a relook. And we've reached out to some consultants. They're willing to help us redefine and restructure our committees, and maybe just have one strategic committee with one person that has the autonomy to make business decisions for our businesses, and hopefully that would be a more expedited process, and maybe we'll see better results. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Representative Freeman. Any other discussion?
Speaker Lucian.
Go ahead, Representative Tiger.
Thank you, Speaker. I have a question for anybody on the BF&J committee that can answer this. Can anybody give me the value of the One Fire portfolio at this time?
Lucian, Adam Jones. I believe it's right at 13 million.
So their portfolio has $13 million worth of assets at this point in time?
I believe so. I have to double check.
Thank you. Is that something that you all could please get before our regular session meeting if this were to pass, please?
Yes.
And even at that would be roughly a $9 million loss. Is that correct? From the inception of this?
21, 14, or 7.
The initial investment was 21.9 million, correct? Or 20, was that correct, Representative Jones?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Representative Tiger. Any other discussion? Hearing none, requires majority vote. Roll call vote, please.
Lucian Tiger,
Yes.
Mary Crawford,
Yes.
Joyce Steer,
Yes.
Patrick Freeman,
Yes.
Joseph Hicks,
Yes.
Robert Huft,
Yes.
James Jennings,
Yes.
Adam Jones,
Yes.
William Lowe,
Yes.
Anna Marshall,
Yes.
Charles McHenry,
Yes.
Thomasene Yahola Osborne,
Yes.
Darrell Parker,
Yes.
Mark Randolph.
Yes.
Speaker, you have 14 in favor, 0 against.
14 in favor, 0 against. That motion passes. This time, do I hear a motion to rise and report? Do I have a motion to rise and report?
I apologize, Speaker. I was on mute. I make a motion to rise and report and place TR 21-132 and NCA 21-105 on the regular session agenda in numerical order for action.
Motion made by Representative Tiger to rise and report and place TR 21-132 and NCA 21-105 on the regular session agenda in numerical order for action, seconded by Representative Hicks. Any discussion? Hearing none, required majority vote. Roll call vote, please.
Lucian Tiger,
Yes.
Mary Crawford,
Yes.
Joyce Deer,
Yes.
Patrick Freeman,
Yes.
Joseph Hicks,
Yes.
Robert Huft,
Yes.
James Jennings,
Yes.
Adam Jones,
Yes.
William Lowe,
Yes.
Anna Marshall,
Yes.
Charles McHenry,
Yes.
Thomasene Yahola Osborne,
Yes.
Daryl Proctor,
Yes.
Mark Randolph.
Yes.
Speaker, you have 14 in favor, 0 against.
14 in favor, 0 against, that motion passes. Do I hear a motion to come out of committee as a whole?
So moved.
Motion made by Representative Tiger to come out of committee as a whole, seconded by
Adam Jones.
Representative Jones. Any discussion? Hearing none, require majority vote. Roll call vote, please.
Lucian Tiger,
Yes.
Mary Crawford,
Yes.
Joyce Deer,
Yes.
Patrick Freeman,
Yes.
Joseph Hicks,
Yes.
Robert Huft,
Yes.
James Jennings,
Yes.
Adam Jones,
Yes.
William Lowe,
Yes.
Anna Marshall,
Yes.
Charles McHenry,
Yes.
Thomasene Yahola Osborne,
Yes.
Daryl Proctor,
Yes.
Mark Randolph.
Yes.
Speaker, you have 14 in favor, 0 against.
14 in favor, 0 against, that motion passes. NCA 21-105 and TR 21-132 will be placed on the regular session agenda for action in numerical order. We are now out of committee as a whole. Back to order of business. Is there any other business? Hearing none, down to announcements. Any announcements? The pre-agenda, I'm sorry, go ahead, Representative Freeman.
Internal Affairs Committee will meet immediately following planning tonight. So just those members, please stay online. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Representative Freeman. Any other announcements? Pre-agenda regular session, September 25th, 2021. Pre-agenda will begin at 9 a.m. Regular session will follow immediately. Meeting will be by Zoom due to the COVID-19 variant numbers still increasing. Any other announcements? Hearing none, entertain a motion to adjourn. So moved. Representative Hicks made a motion to adjourn, seconded by Representative McHenry. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. This time, I'd like to ask Representative Huff to do the benediction, please.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day, Lord. We thank you for the things you've given us, Lord. Lord, I pray that you guide directly as we go home tonight, Lord, and just thank you for letting us have another day. We ask God in Jesus Christ's name, amen.
And thank you, Representative Huff. Meeting adjourned, 7:13.